what net zero is. It's a catchy phrase. People use it all the time, but people don't really understand what it actually means when it comes to carbon sequestration, carbon offsets, carbon credits, trading that.
Net zero definitively does not mean 0, 0. And that's what most people take it to mean. Net zero is a pragmatic, realpolitik term, which acknowledges that decarbonizing the global economy and weaning us off of energy sources that emit carbon into the atmosphere is a multi-decade process. It takes trillions and trillions of dollars of investment over time. And it's an acknowledgement of the fact that anytime we measure the carbon footprint of an individual, a company, a government, the globe as a whole, there are flows of carbon in two directions. There's emissions of carbon into the atmosphere associated with activities, and then there's removals of carbon from the atmosphere associated with those activities, right? A good example of that would be, take your house. Think of your house as a corporation, right? So you have a furnace. If you live in the north, you burn natural gas or fuel oil, you have an emissions footprint. But then you're an avid gardener and you like aquaculture. And so you have a pool and it has lily pads and it has moss and it has, other aquatic plants, and there's grass in the backyard and there's a beautiful aspen tree and etc. All of those remove carbon from the atmosphere and they're inside your property boundary. You're emitting carbon to the atmosphere, but you're also removing some carbon in the atmosphere. So we add those two numbers together, the positive number and the negative number, and we get a footprint, right? Well, what can you do? Well, you could plant more trees and you could do that to get to net zero, but trees grow, they take time to grow. So maybe you say, well, I'm going to double the size of my backyard and in 10 years time, I'll be 0, 0. Okay, but what about from now until that 10 year? If you want to be net zero today, what are your options? Your options really are to incentivize somebody with excess sequestration capacity to increase that even further. And the way you do that is with money. You pay them to create additionality, right? To plant more trees, preserve and protect existing. And he is limited in what he can sell you if he's following the rules, because he can't sell you so much capacity that he is no longer net zero.
Got it.
Right? Or otherwise you'd be double counting your offset, right? And this is a problem that has existed in the industry because it doesn't have quality data hygiene. Now, that's changing now, and there are providers like Laconic in the market that are supplying the data provenance necessary to eliminate that double counting.